Welcome to the Abstract Blood Type Wellness Podcast, where the right play meets purpose and flavor finds faith.
Blood type balance, mind, body, whole. Feed your spirit, that's the ultimate goal. We season for life, body, soul.
Greetings and welcome back to the Abstract Blood Type Wellness Podcast. I am your host, AC Price, certified wellness nutrition coach and educator, and founder of the AC Art of Food. And I'm so glad you're here with me today for episode 27. Hydrate to thrive. Zucchini, cucumber, and the power of summer foods for your blood type. And I want to start with a real talk moment, okay? So most of us know that we should drink more water, right? I say it to my clients at every session. But what if I told you that some of the most powerful hydration your body can receive doesn't even come from a glass at all? No, it comes from your plate. So specifically, though, from the foods that are literally made of water, like your summer squash, your zucchini, cucumber, those unsung heroes of warm weather wellness. Well, today we're going deep into these two summer powerhouses and exactly how they serve each blood type. All right. So we've also got a blood type sip, our tea blend edition, coming up in the Great Eat segment. So stay close and let's get into it. Okay. But before we really get into it, I'm going to address the elephant in the room. All right. Before we're going to dive in, have you noticed something? Yeah, I missed you. I missed you guys. There was no episode last week, right? But that was intentional. So starting now, okay, the Abstract Blood Type Wellness Podcast is going bi-weekly, y'all. Yes, 2 powerful, deeper episodes per month instead of the 4. Yeah, we're going to skip a week. Now, we're going to have the same structure, the same blood type wisdom, same Great Eat segment, right? But just more to sink your teeth into each time. And that open week in between, oh, no. That's not the week off. Not at all. It's your application week. Yeah, we're getting strategic behind this right here. I want you to try what we talked about, okay? That week before, that recipe, make it. That ritual, build it. And come back to the comments in the next episode and tell me how it went, okay? So we're going to make this thing interactive. Yeah, so that lets me know that you guys are actually taking in and applying what I'm telling you, okay? All right, so let's get into it. The science behind the simplicity. All right, so let's start with the science of hydration and why food-based water hits differently than drinking it alone. Now, the National Institutes of Health confirms that food contributes up to 20 to 30% of our total daily water intake, and that the water found naturally inside these plant-based foods is absorbed differently by the body than the beveraged water. So it's accompanied with micronutrients, electrolytes, phytonutrients that guide it directly into our cells. So think of it as like a hydration with a delivery system. Okay. So now pair that with what the Cleveland Clinic is telling us about silica. And silica is that mineral found in significant concentrations in both cucumber and zucchini. So silica supports connective tissue integrity, skin elasticity, joint lubrication, and even that gut lining health, right, for the microbiome. So as we age and as the heat stress rises in the summer, silica becomes increasingly essential. Most people have never once thought about their silica intake. That's not one of the minerals or the nutrients that we talk about, but your body knows when it's missing. Okay, so together, these foods cover what summer asks of your body: cellular hydration, anti-inflammatory support, digestive cooling, and structural repair. So that's a lot for a vegetable most people throw in a salad and then forget about it. Okay, now we're going to expand the educational core of this a bit. So zucchini, all right, often known as the quiet powerhouse. Okay, that's what we're going to call it here, because zucchini doesn't get the wellness press it deserves. No, at 95% water content, it is one of the most hydrating whole foods available in the summertime. Okay, because we're eating seasonal. But beyond the water, zucchini delivers vitamin C, potassium, magnesium, and a meaningful dose of antioxidants and lutein. Now, all of these are going to be nutrients that protect eye health, reduce oxidative stress, and support cardiovascular structure. All right. So for digestive health, though, zucchini is a gentle, soluble fiber source, meaning it feeds your gut microbiome without causing the bloating or irritation that rougher fibers can create. Okay. So it's an ideal summer food for anyone managing digestive sensitivity, especially during those periods of heat stress when the gut tends to slow down. Okay. Now, blood type compatibility is strong across the board. Okay, with particular benefit for those type A and type O, whose digestive systems respond well to its anti-inflammatory and easy to process profile. Okay, now the cucumber. This is like the original cooling food. Okay, because it's been used as a cooling anti-inflammatory food in traditional medicine systems across cultures for centuries, and modern science backs it up completely. These suckers are at a 96% water content. So it's the highest water content vegetable in common use. But the hydration story is only the beginning. See, cucumbers contain curcubicins, okay, lignans and flavonoids. And these are the compounds that research links to anti-inflammatory activity, blood pressure regulation, and liver support. Okay, so these are your flavonoids, your lignans, and the skin of the cucumber contains the highest concentration of silica and fiber, which is why whole, unpeeled cucumbers deliver more cellular benefit than peeled. Okay. Important blood type note, however, cucumber is a beneficial food for most types, the A's and the ABs. For the type B, it is a general neutral food. But for my type O's, cucumber appears on the avoid list and should be left out of a meal planning for type O's. Yeah, so it creates a lectin response that works against type O's metabolic profile. Okay, so here's the wellness principles that most people miss. What you eat in the summer sets the inflammatory baseline for the fall and winter. So when you consistently consume cooling, water-rich, antioxidant-dense foods during the hottest months, you're doing more than just managing the heat. You're reducing the systematic inflammation load that, left unchecked, contributes to seasonal illness, joint flares, and the general feeling of dragging, lethargic, into the colder months. Okay. So summer is your body's natural detox window. High water foods support kidney filtration, liver function, and lymphatic flow. So the combination of zucchini and cucumber, when eaten regularly and in alignment with your blood type, is one of the simplest, most accessible ways to activate that natural cleansing process. Okay. Now, the blood type personalization. So for my blood type O's, we're going to fuel with zucchini and skip the cucumber. Okay. So the type O thrives on anti-inflammatory, high performance eating. And so the zucchini is a summer ally worth leaning into. We're going to saute it with garlic and olive oil. You can spiralize it as a grain-free base or add it to your protein bowls for hydrating, digestion supporting boosts. Okay. The potassium in zucchini also supports that cardiovascular and muscular function that the type O's active lifestyle demands. Okay. Now, as I mentioned beforehand, that cucumber, however, is on the avoid list for type O's. So we're going to skip it in salads, skip it in water infusions, and don't let the quote unquote, it's mostly water logic override your biology. Your inflammatory response to cucumber lectins is real, okay? So let's try to swap it for fresh herbs, celery, or even fennel as your summer cooling foods, okay? Now, my type A. Both are going to be summer super foods, both the zucchini and the cucumber, okay? And we've pretty much hit the vegetable jackpot with the type A's because both zucchini and cucumber are going to be beneficial foods because of their hydrating, anti-inflammatory, and are completely aligned with your plant-forward digestive profile. So use them abundantly. Cold cucumber salads with fresh dill, rice vinegar, and scallions are a type A's dream meal. Okay. Now, zucchini lightly sauteed in olive oil with lemon, some garlic, and herbs is going to be pure cellular nourishment. All right. Your cortisol sensitivity is going to make summer heat management especially important because cooling foods like cucumber and zucchini physically lower the body's internal temperature load, which has a downstream calming effect on your stress response system. So think of summer eating as a stress management through your plate. Prioritize gentle, calming movement this season, swimming, yoga, morning walks, and pair it with your hydrating food choices for a genuinely restorative summer. And my blood type Bs, hydration first is going to be your superpower. And this is because type B is metabolically flexible, which means both zucchini and cucumber work well for you. Cucumber as a neutral food and zucchini as a beneficial one. Your biggest nutritional vulnerability in warm weather is dehydration from impulse snacking on dry, processed foods instead of reaching for real hydrating options, okay? Cucumber slices with a sprinkle of sea salt, zucchini in a light, high-quality dairy-based dip, or cooling cucumber mint infused water. These are the kinds of simple and type B aligned choices that are going to keep your energy steady and your digestive system clean through the summer months. Your balanced, moderate movement approach is still going to work beautifully for you in the summer. Mix that outdoor activity with cooling water-based exercises like swimming when the heat peaks, okay? And lastly, our type ABs, the cooling foods as metabolic strategy. Now, type AB is going to carry both the A and B tendencies. And in summer, that means your body particularly benefits from cooling and anti-inflammatory foods like cucumber and zucchini. Both are beneficial for you and both support the light, frequent eating pattern that keeps your AB metabolism balanced. Right. So where the type AB can go wrong, though, this summer is large, heavy meals, especially when the heat already slows down that digestion. So lean hard into cucumber and zucchini as a meal component that will hydrate, fill, and nourish without taxing your system. Cold zucchini salads, cucumber forward grain bowls, and even light stir fries with summer squash are going to be your warm weather sweet spots, okay? Mindful eating is a genuine metabolic strategy for you. And so I want you to slow down, even in the summer's fast pace, and let your body register the cooling nutrition you're giving it. All right. Now, the lifestyle ritual integration. So these are going to be 3 summer wellness rituals to build this month. Remember, you're going to build it for next month, but you're going to have like next week to apply it. Okay. Here we go. The morning hydration reset. So before your coffee or tea, I want you to drink 12 ounces of cool water infused with cucumber slices and fresh mint. This is going to activate kidney filtration. It's going to cool your system from the inside out. And it's going to set a hydration intention that carries throughout the day. And I want the type O's. I want you guys to swap cucumber for lemon or fresh ginger. So this is before your coffee or tea and after your warm lemon water, because you need the warm lemon water year round. Then hit your body with that cool, not ice cold, cool infused water. Okay. Secondly, the midday cooling plate. I want you to build at least 1 meal per day around this high water food. Okay. The cucumber and or the zucchini, a zucchini forward grain bowl, a cucumber salad, or even a cold vegetable soup. Okay. Make hydration a food choice, not just a drinking habit. Okay. Remember that. And now for the evening wind down sip. Your Great Eat segment today is going to cover this beautifully later on, okay? A blood type aligned herbal tea blend in the evening is going to lower your cortisol, support your kidney function overnight, and it's going to signal to your nervous system that the day's heat and stimulation is done, okay? So let's dig a little bit more into that now as we enter into the Great Eats segment, all right? So this week, it's our sip edition, blood type specific evening herbal tea blends to cool, calm, and restore the body throughout the summer heat. These are simple blends, no measurements, no complicated prep, just ingredients to steep and sip, all right? All right, now here it is, the sip blend, tea edition, okay? For my type O's, the grounding fire tea, ginger root, rose hips, hibiscus, lemon peel, and a pinch of black pepper. This is going to be energizing yet anti-inflammatory, and it's going to support your high performance system and aid in the post-workout recovery. So I want you to serve this warm or over ice, okay? The blood type A Calm Garden blend, that is going to consist of chamomile, lemon balm, lavender, licorice root, and a green tea base. This is specifically designed to lower cortisol to support type A's stress-sensitive nervous system. So sip this in the evening as a part of a deliberate wind-down ritual, okay? For my blood type Bs, it's going to be the Refresh and Balance sip that is going to have peppermint, raspberry leaf, rose hips, and a light ginger base. Now, this is going to be cooling, kidney supportive, and digestively calming for my type Bs. Now, this is going to be beautiful, served chilled, and as a summer iced tea that you can sip on actually throughout the whole day, not just for the evening wind down ritual, okay? For my type A Bs, the Gentle Restorative Blend, that is going to be holy basil or your Tulsi, your elderflower, chamomile, and lemon verbena. Now, these are adaptogenic and are deeply calming. So that means it's going to address the type AB's tendency to absorb those environmental stressors, okay? This blend is going to support both the A side of the nervous system and the sensitivity that the B side needs for digestive ease, okay? Awesome. All right. And so all of these, you have what? 2 weeks, a week and a half to try and implement and come back and let me know how it went. Now, the summer heat is no match for a body that's nourished with intention. And when you choose cooling, hydrating, and blood type aligned foods, you're not just surviving the season. You're using it to build the kind of cellular health that carries you throughout every season that follows. So before you go, if today's episode has supported you in any way, I want you to please be sure to subscribe to the Abstract Blood Type Wellness podcast so you never miss a grounded, practical wellness conversation with me. And if you're ready to go deeper, I want you to visit our website at acrtofood.com and start with our free culinary health assessment available right on our homepage for you to complete. And from there, you can explore our Blood Type Wellness 101 starter kits, our wellness coaching and memberships, our custom meal plans and healing tea blends, our 7 deliciously healing wellness ebooks and e-cookbooks, and our flagship product that started it all, our heart healthy small batch abstract spice gold seasoning blends that make healthy taste absolutely so good. All right. So remember, longevity begins with honoring your biology. And until next time, great eats and healthy living.